Okay. All right. So I heard some of you guys' feedback, and I just want to give you guys kind of a backdrop of where I'm coming from with all this, because I mean, I was trying to do YouTube and social media like you guys were when I was at church, and I was getting like no traction. Oh, we have one more people coming. And basically, Chris from Milliken Church, he's our tech and AV guy from there. So he knows like there was no traction. People were not biting, they were not interacting. Like I couldn't figure out what we were doing wrong. And then God called me to be a missionary online like last year. And so I had no idea what I was doing. Basically, I just kind of stepped out by faith by like, cause I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, God, like, how do I do this? So I just started making videos, and then as I was doing them, I wasn't getting any traction again. And I was getting very frustrated. And then I was about to give it all up. And then God said, like, you know how many years you spent learning how to preach properly? Was your first few sermons like such a big hit, right? No, like, and I mean, they're not a big hit now either, but but you're improving each time you're practicing, right? And as I'm improving, I'm also learning, learning from different resources. So then that's when I actually invested a lot of time and money to actually taking courses online about like what effective online communication means, and like what this generation of people are looking for when they're online. And then as I learned the basics about social media and YouTube, God actually brought me into communities of online churches. They don't necessarily call themselves churches. They're more like online communities, but they're actually, I see it as maybe like it doesn't replace our local church, and it doesn't replace the way that local church does online churching, but it is a new type of model that a lot of people are branching towards. And I see it's a lot more successful than most local churches doing online. So I'm kind of gonna maybe try to give you guys a glimpse of what that looks like, and help you to see that we're actually talking about very different opportunities that are out there. Is that you do have your people that are walking in. I would say like there is such a huge need for it, because I think at the end of the day, what we're doing online is to grab people so that they will feel comfortable one day to walk into a service again, right? But they need that bridging, and how can we make all these bridging a little bit more easier for them? So that, because anyway, so then online, I see there's two possibilities of demographics you're looking at. One is the ones that you actually do know personally, that you're talking about, like, people that are from your church, them, but they're just not really interested in coming back. Yeah, how do you keep them connected and engaged? And the opportunity I want to open your eyes to is that there's actually a lot of people out there that you may never meet in real life, but they could also become an active member of your church if you choose to invest in that way. Because I don't know if it really depends on your board and your congregation, how accepting they are that, you guys will be in, that you potentially may be investing like your time and resources in doing that. But I will say the harvest is so ready out there that the result, it will prove itself that it is worth it numbers wise, because like you will get a lot more traction. Like I've reached more people in my half a year of being online than I have in my 10 years of ministry. Okay. I've actually been able to invest in people's lives, like more like deeply than in 10 years of me chasing them down, like face to face. Okay. And I know the board really cares about this, and bless their hearts, because we do need to get the building running, and we do need to pay our servants' salaries. So like they are really caring about the money. And I would say that if you're doing this properly, the money's there also. So so just to get that out of the way. And like I said, I'm learning too. So I'm going to show you guys some examples that are ideally where we're reaching towards. And I'll show you like how I'm kind of like, this is what I got like from the few months I started doing this. So at any time, just stop and interrupt me if you have any questions. I'm going to start sharing screen. I hope it doesn't lag because I have so many tabs open. All right. So just because Pastor Chris, you were the last one that gave me your YouTube channel. So we're looking at that together and I'm looking at it for the first time myself. But don't worry, we'll be looking at everyone's. So I'm assuming your 31 subscribers are basically mostly people that are from your church. Are you talking? Unmute if you're talking. I can't hear you. Yeah, can you unmute?
I can, but I'm trying to here, but I can't even see my screen here. Just one sec.
Okay, are you guys seeing the share screen? Oh, if you have multiple screens, then it's maybe on your other screen.
Here we go. No, there we go. Sorry. I love Zoom. Anyway, sorry. So those 31 subscribers, it's been interesting because there are people who I have no idea who they are, who are part of the subscribers. Very few of our church, I think, would be that. I would think maybe 10 would be.
Wow, that's church. Pretty good.
Yeah. I've never tried to look into the subscriber list to say, oh, can I see who it is and all that kind of stuff. I've just never paid attention to those numbers at this point.
Okay, that's okay. Pastor Jebby, did you have something you wanted to say? No. Okay. All right. Looking at this, I really like how beautiful your church is. It gives a really homey vibe. And it's great that you actually do have an introduction video. Sorry, we haven't had a chance to watch it. And that you got pretty good views for 4 years, I would say, because I had another channel before starting the one I have right now, and I left it there unattended, and yeah, I got 14 views in 2 years. So good job for your 400 views. Like they're doing pretty, I'm gonna say, like, from a point of view of like you saying that you don't maintain this and you don't know what you're doing pretty well. And I'm just gonna look a bit more.
It's because I like to be organized. So
yeah, So I love how organized it's looking right now. Like you got really nice thumbnails going on. So that's a plus. So aesthetically, sorry, I don't know that word, but like, you know what I mean? Like
aesthetically, yeah.
Aesthetically, it looks really nice. I will say that's a plus. And it makes, this is what people are expecting when they click onto a YouTube church channel. They're expecting it to look something like this. So you're looking like what ordinary people would expect of it. So that's good. So, and you have okay, and you have a little blurb. All right, so hope you don't mind. I'm gonna start giving you some feedback about what would do differently. Okay, so you need to know that this space here, this is your prime advertising space. This is what costs the most, right? Kind of thing, because when people like what they're watching online, they're gonna click in, right? And then this is what happens here. So what you want to see in this prime real estate space is everything they need to know about your channel, okay? Not everything they need to about your church, everything they need to know about your channel. So what I mean is I'm gonna pull up some examples. So these are not church examples. They're just other YouTubers. So VidIQ, they are a tool that people use for YouTube, and I'll tell you guys about that later. Like, look at that. He's trying to tell you he has authority in YouTube because he's got a golden plate, right? And he's showing that. And then he tells you they are YouTube certified, they are creator obsessed, and they are YouTube educational. So like in a few words, you get a gist of like, oh, okay, if I subscribe to this channel, this is what I'm getting from them, right? So that's what we want in that banner space, is that people are gonna click in. I love the homey feeling I get when I see your church. It's like, oh, this is, yeah, it gives me the essence of what your community is about, but you also need some words there to describe, like, you know, what you guys stand for, especially in this YouTube community. What will they be expecting without even needing to click further into your videos? Okay, then it will help with the subscription. We're going to look at a few more other banners here. So for example, this girl, what do we like about her? She doesn't tell us a lot about her ministry, but I like the fact that she tells us that her videos, she has new videos every day. That's another very important point in our banners, is that we need to tell people what to when to expect engagement, like how they can reach you, right? Like, because YouTube is very one directional. So we need to know, like, if they really like you, how can they look out for more information from you? This is another channel. I think this one is kind of the most perfect example I could find this morning, is that they have their logo here. They tell you, I would personally change it to, like, you know, make the fonts a little bit like, you know, more stand outy without it being clashy. But like right now, like, I don't know if I'm just old, but I have to strain my eyes to see the live streaming interviews, tips and strategies part of it. But like, so they have their logo. We know what, and their logo is pretty straightforward. They are about SEO on the YouTube channel. Like, I don't even know who these people are. I just found them randomly this morning, right? Like, and I could tell, like, oh, this is what they do. And then they use words to tell me what they're doing is that they're going to do live streamed interviews. And during these interviews, going to be tips and strategies about it. When can I expect to engage with them is that they have live every Friday at 12 Pacific time. So I even like this part is even better than the last girl, because the last girl was just like, you know, come check me out every day kind of thing, right? Like, you know, so this is more specific. So you would want to do that, like, you know, when you're not obligated to. So again, these are our goals, your ideal goals, because I'm going to show you mine just so that you don't feel like, I'm failing, because you're not failing, because this is where I am at. I started my YouTube video in channel in September, I think. And I enrolled in the academy and started doing that like in December. So this is how far I've got recently. And I haven't been able to do full time with it because I had to, you know, do side jobs to maintain my living. So this is like me doing my half a job. And this is how far I've got so far. So like, you know, and I don't have a schedule set up for myself yet. So that's why I can't really commit to saying, like, you know, when I'm going to have it up. But like, I'm telling people my channels about like how to upgrade your relationship with Jesus in your everyday life. And I put it out there that, you know, I have all these other social media channels. So hopefully that will help them to want to engage with me in other ways. So another way of using your banner, I thought that was interesting that I came across this morning, was that they used it, like I said, it's advertisement. They're having a conference coming up soon. And I'm guessing I've been at their conference. Actually, they were one of the people that I enrolled in their academy to learn about what YouTube is. And they sell their conference tickets for like, you know, like pretty hefty price. So that's why they're using this advertisement space. As soon as people click in, they'll know that they're having a conference coming up soon. And most people that are part of that have listened to their channel knows what this conference is about. And a lot of the people in this banner picture, they're not part of the company, but they're guest speakers, I'm assuming, because they're gurus in the YouTube industry. I can recognize their faces. So then they're just putting it here so that they will be able to grab your attention and hopefully get sales for that. So likewise, for example, if you know that you're doing something like for Easter, you're going to have like, you know, these great things that it's happening at your church or whatever, put it there so that you're advertising to more people and how they can engage with that. Like, and if you don't have all that information on here, don't worry, because like you see here, there's functions in the back end of your YouTube studio that you could put links here, right? Like you could put like all your social media links, and like they even have master classes links. You could put all your links there where you could have more details.
Or are they live links or are they just pictures?
Hold on. So
can you click on them and then it takes us?
These are live links. These are live links. So that's what I'm saying. In your YouTube studio, in the back end of your YouTube. Let me show you maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is the back end that you're talking about?
Okay, let's get there then. Okay, YouTube Studio. Have you guys been here?
Little, yes.
Okay, so this is the YouTube Studio. This is where you upload your videos and you get your dashboard and your contents and all that stuff. So in the settings part, like you've been here. I mean, someone from your church has been here because someone had to have put up the banners and all that stuff. I forget where is maybe it's customized. Yeah, I think it's here. Let me move this. Okay, so I think it's here. Okay, or not here, branding. Basic info. Yes, okay. So in the customization of your YouTube Studio, customization here, basic information tab, it will have, you can add links. So right now I have one link. It's to my link tree because link tree, that's something totally you have to check it out. I'm going to show you my link tree because where is my link tree? Because basically when people click on my link tree, they come to this page. And what you see is that, there's links to all my social media, and then I could put my email here, and this is even my donations page. And people have donated to me through this, right? And then there's all these other clicks, like when they click here, they can schedule time to pray with me. This is like a free consultation session on like my business is Christian life coaching. So like I could schedule sessions right there. And then this is like the latest YouTube video. And then this is one of like my proudest video that I'm actually going to show you guys later on. And so I put it here and then all the other things. So this is like totally design your own very simple page, because you will find that a lot of social media words are real estate. A lot of times you don't get to have too many characters. So you can't be putting like all your links into the description all the time. So you will want to have a link tree. Most people that are active on social media knows what link tree is, so that as soon as they see the word link tree, they will know that, oh, I need to click this if I want to like, see all their other website information stuff. So where were we? We were at YouTube Studio. So I'm gonna show you a bit more of So let's go with the layout. So layout, this is what you did, Chris, or someone at your church did, is that
it was me.
Okay, great. But that was probably 4 years ago. That's why you're like,
That's exactly like, if it's not last week, I don't remember doing it.
So you have a trailer video, and that's what you did. You put it here. And then it's good to also have another video. I don't, like you see, but another video is for returning subscribers, right? Because
what is the difference, Cymone?
So
what is the difference? Channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed.
Yeah.
Returning subscribe. But what does it in normal language? What does it mean? Okay,
so you know how in Chris's Pastor Chris's YouTube, there's a video when we come in here, right?
Yes.
So there's this spot, but there's two choices of what YouTube is going to show you. They will show you, if you're not a subscriber, they will show you this option. And most likely you should put a video here, like he did, is to tell
meaning for the first time comers, time people, when they come.
People that haven't subscribed.
So basically, they will see this.
Yeah, so they will see
if a church member of Chris visiting this page, they will not see this?
And they will see this one instead. That's why it's good to have two different videos. If you don't have
the thing is, I tried to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So we put up, let's say we highlight or put the Sunday versus Sunday service before even begin the live stream. We put it there on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to put it on the second one, but then it always, when you go to the channel, it shows the first one. So that's why I'm not able to understand.
It's because
If I go, I am the one who is putting it, so I'm a subscriber.
mhm.
When I open my video, I see the first one, not the second one.
Oh, that is weird. Maybe you could share screen later to how about you take time right now to kind of pull that out, the YouTube studio on your thing, and then later you can share when we get to looking at your website, you can also share screen with us to show us your back end so that we could see what may be the problem. Yeah, so here you get to customize your how you want to lay out your channel, and then also do all the branding stuff. This is where you change your icon and your banner. Be careful what you do with the banner and the sizing, because what you see on the banner in your laptop is going to look different on tablets and on different devices, cell phones and stuff like that. So you really want to, like, that's why, for example, for mine, like it's very squished in the middle, right? Like why, like, I mean, I have all these space here. Why not like pull it outside more? And I think that's what happens with the other people too, right? Like, why is everything so squished here? Is because they have trial and error and read the dimensions to know, like, they need to make sure that no matter what devices people are looking at, they will be able to read the most important parts about what their channel is about. And that's what you need to make sure that you do when you're doing the banner stuff. Where are we? Yeah, and then the watermark part, I would say, is a very important part of getting a subscriber. It's recommended that you do the watermark for entire video. And my watermark, a lot of people like to put their logo there, and that's what I did in the beginning. But I realized, again, people need to be prompted. Most people actually, like, as when I've been watching YouTube for like 10, 15 years, right? I don't usually subscribe because that's just like, you know, why do I care enough sometimes? And my dad was like that too, until I became a YouTuber. And I realized that people get paid according to how much subscribers they have and stuff like that. Then I was really realizing, you know, like, if I'm not donating to them, even though I'm really getting something from their hard work, the least I can do is subscribe and press the like button for them, because at least YouTube will pay them, right? And so what you do here is that you just put like entire video, and then you change. And then what I did, actually, how I got this here is, yeah, you just grab a PNG from whatever you have. And I just downloaded one from, like, I just did a Google pictures image search, and I searched for like YouTube subscribe watermark, and I found the one that I like, and I tested a few that I like, and I kept this one. You could make your own if you want. So basic information, I would say, like, you know, put as much information as you would like to know, like want people to know about what your channel is about. Like, so like, not a lot of people actually clicks into your description part, to be honest. But what this, I want to explain to you what this actually does for you is that it adds to your SEO. So who here knows what I'm talking about when I'm talking about SEOs? So,
no idea.
Search engine optimization. So everything online is about search engine optimization, because when I looked briefly at everyone's YouTube this morning, I saw that everyone's actually doing a lot of great work. And why is it that people can't find you? Is because Google don't know who you are. They know that you're working really hard, but they don't have a description of who you are. So search engine optimization is essentially helping Google to get to know you better. And I know, so when you write online, it's so different from writing at school. So in school, you're taught to use the thesaurus and not to be repetitive. Here, you need to be repetitive, because that's how Google learns about who you are. So you actually need to learn what the craft is. How can you repeat the same words, the keywords that describes who you are, over and over again without sounding like an idiot, right? And like because, like I said, no one actually really reads the description, but this will help Google and YouTube to understand who you are. So you need to get a sense of like, what are people searching for when they're looking for your channel? Or what are the things you want to be known for in your channel? And you want to add a lot of that in here. So that's SEO for you, because you have to understand, the other thing is, besides Google, YouTube is actually the second highest ranking search engine online right now. People either go to Google or YouTube when they have a question that they want to ask. So you want to make sure that you are introducing yourself properly to YouTube so that they know, even if you have a video out there that didn't really answer their question, but if all of your back end like keeps on repeating that you are an authority in that field that they're asking questions in, they'll probably recommend, like you may not become their search results, but you know how YouTube gives recommendations on your dashboard, right? Like you may likely appear on their dashboards. So yeah, after you get more than 100 subscribers, you can get your custom URL. And then like here, before we were saying like you can add links, you could have multiple links, like as we saw at other people's banner. Yeah, so we will return here in a bit more, but I want to show you other stuff we could be working on. Wait, hold on. Let's finish with Duckling's Church. So like I said, I really liked how aesthetically it looked really pleasing, because you did a great job in doing the thumbnails. So like I said, YouTube is used as a search engine. So what happens is that you need to tell them what each of your videos are about. What I think what is lacking in a lot of our what we're doing is like, we're doing really hard work, but what does this title tell me about your video? Not much, except for that this was a service that you did on this date at your church, right?
Yeah, and then in the comments is the title of the sermon, and the scripture.
In the comments.
Yeah, not comments, but the
description.
There's a description, and then whatever the next box is underneath that. What is that? It's like click on the video.
Yeah.
And then go down a little.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
Great job. Great job. Okay, great job. You filled in some of it, so that's great. Okay, you're a bit ahead already. So here's two tools I want to recommend to you guys. One is VidIQ, so copy down VidIQ.
Is that one word or two?
It's one word.
Okay.
And then, so let's look at VidIQ first. So you will see here, I'm with the free version of VidIQ. So this is what I can recommend that your church can do also. You sign up for the free extension. And then what it shows you is, hold on, I need to move my bar. Can anyone relate to how annoying this bar is when it's in the way of what you're trying to look at and you can't move it? Anyway, so I can't really see, but I think I remember. So this is VidIQ. It shows me my stats.
Yeah.
In the last year, this is how many people have watched my channel, how many views I got in the last 60 minutes, how many views I got in the last 48 hours, and this is the shorts, and how many views I got in the last 7 days, how many minutes watched, how many subscribers I have, and all that stuff. And you can, I think you can customize this so that it's right here at the top. Whenever you click onto YouTube, you will already know what your stats are. And then.
So sorry for interrupting. I just question here. I'm looking at your screen, and underneath the video, that's my video that says Easter Sunday Dundalk, I see a social, and then I see.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I guess my question is, are you seeing what all the clicks there that everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
Or is this your, okay.
So this part, so that top bar is about me. Now the next part is about you, about the video. So whenever I'm watching other people's video, I get all the stats about them too. so that I can learn from them, right?
You got better stats than me. I have no idea I didn't know any of that.
So here's the thing, like you want to score high. So you're red right now. So you're not doing very well in their score, in their overall score. And you're getting a pretty good view. Well, it's a 0.2, but some of my videos are like at 0.1. So like, so it depends.
Does that mean like 0.2 of
views
an hour?
per hour? So this is 0.2 views an hour, your average view, right? Obviously, there's no such thing as 0.2 views, but they're like averaging to be like you probably get one click every, I don't know how to do math, like every 10 hours. Is that what it means? I don't know, something like that, or every 12 hours, something like that. And then you have 21 views so far. So we see that, okay, I have a 17.9 score out of 100. How do I improve on this? Okay, so we're not there yet. But we can see like, okay, so your social media engagement is incredible because you got one YouTube like, and that you got three Facebook likes, and nothing on Reddit. So so this is giving you a view of like where your likes are coming from. So 75% is from Facebook and 25% is from YouTube. That makes sense. The math plays out on that. So yeah. Obviously, you don't need that chart when you have like, lower number of likes, but then when you get like a lot of number of likes, then you would want to know where your audience is coming from, so that you may want to, and you will know that channel, you're doing things right by that channel. Because the thing is with social media, all of them works differently. So what does really, I could get thousands of views on one video on Facebook, but get like literally zero elsewhere, and likewise like with the other channels. So I'm not recommend, because like you're not doing this full time, so I'm not recommending that you have to like cater to all of that. I'm just saying that that's a reality. So like, don't be surprised or discouraged by that. And then now why you ranked low. Oh, sorry. This overview score is for your channel. This is how you're ranking as a channel, is that you get like 0.2 views per hour as a channel. So this score is for this video. Okay. So you're scoring not very high right now. And this tells you what are the things you need to do. And I'm going to tell you what all that means later. Wait, maybe I could show you to do that now. Okay, let me grab my thing. No, I need this one.
So realistically, I know you're doing great at sharing a lot of info, but realistically, with everything else as a solo pastor, I can't spend hours on doing deep diving into this. So I mean, primarily, our YouTube channel is there for people to drop. Well, first of all, it was primarily to reach the church during the pandemic. But it was also the idea of a YouTube channel and having online videos was to share with our community. So like my goal is not to create videos that will connect with people across the world. My focus is trying to use YouTube as a way to be a doorway into our local church.
Okay, so I'm getting there. Okay, thank you for bringing us back on track, because I think maybe you're right. Like too much of the foundation is kind of confusing us and making us feel like I can't do all that. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that because don't get discouraged by the numbers. The numbers are actually a good thing. What I'm trying to show you is, okay, so VidIQ shows you what you're not doing well. But then there's something called TubeBuddy, which is an app that I have subscribed to. And basically what happens is, for example, this is the back end when you upload the video. Hold on. maybe not do that yet. So what you need to know is that your title matters. Okay, your title is golden. This is what helps people to know to up your SEO, because it's not even just on YouTube. If you have a good title, Google will help you search it too.
Okay.
So how you find a title is so you can use VidIQ or TubeBuddy, and you would launch something called like a keyword explorer. So for example, Chris, what is your sermon about, the one that we were looking at just now?
The risen Christ.
Okay. So
It's Easter Sunday, so that's kind of a given.
So we would look at that as a score. So if we were to put risen Christ, how would that score? Like if you were to change your title to risen Christ, that probably still not going to score very well on YouTube, because what happens is that there's not a lot of search volume. There's not a lot of competition. And there's a lot of room for improvement. So then they will give you some recommendations, but what they say, like with your title, you need to narrow it down. So what about the risen Christ? What is the theme of your message?
It was about having confidence in the risen Christ. So maybe the word confidence.
Okay. So you get higher scores by using questions. Okay. So how to gain confidence in the risen Christ. Let's see how that scores. So that's a lot better. Okay. Or just how to have confidence in Christ. Let's see if that does better or not. So yeah, so you could see down here, how to gain confidence in risen Christ was 58, but just how have confidence in Christ is 85. The reason probably is because there's a lot more search volume, but a lot less competition. And there probably was less search volume for the word risen Christ.
So what I gave you was the title of my sermon. So that's the problem is
you don't need, here's the thing, you do not need to use the same title for your sermon as you do for social media. No one cares. You have you ever looked at YouTube and realized that it's a bait switch game? Like a lot of times what you see on the video title and you click in has nothing to do with it. I'm not saying to do bait switching, but I'm saying like, how can we strategically, because like I said in the beginning of our time together, you have to understand you are repurposing your material to 3 different demographics. Okay. Like you have your church demographic. They're used to you talking in a certain language.
Yeah.
But the YouTube demographic are not. So you need to speak their language. You're being a missionary right now. You need to learn their language and say what they want to hear. Yeah. Here's the thing about sales is that you give them what they need. I mean, you sell them what they think they want, and then you give them what they need, right? Like if you know that you have something good, which is your sermon on the risen Christ, but they don't even know, maybe they don't even know what risen Christ is. That's why they're searching like, what is confidence? Christ. Then, so you can play around again here to trying different things like, so 85 is a pretty good score, but sometimes I can find stuff that's like 100. So that I would want to like, go around and play with like, what is confidence in Christ, or like 7 steps to confidence in Christ and stuff like that. And then if you find like one that's like, scoring pretty high, then if you pay for like a program like this, then what it does is also weight it, means like how it weighs against my audience and comparing it to people that are watching my thing. So like, if you have like 2 that is weighting around, like unweighted has the same score, then you may want to look here to be like, which one scores higher as weighted. So, and then when you have stuff like this, then you optimize it in your SEO studio. So what happens is that we take that, this is the target keyword. Yeah. This is my video. So that's why it doesn't make sense. But basically, if this was your video and this is a target keyword, then what I would do here is that I would put that, make sure that it's in the title. And as I add it in my title and add it in my description, then this score will start coming up high, and you want to score as high as possible as you can. And then here it will keep on telling you like what you need to do to continue to get higher scores. So even if you don't invest in any of these tools I'm telling you about right now, but they're free, what you need to do is like add your keywords into your title, add your keywords into your description, okay? And in your description, it needs to have more than just your sermon title and your song list or your scripture and all that. What you want again is like a bit more information about like, you know, your channel again, because you want Google to know that you are, because like if your channel keeps on repeating the same words, then they will find you better. So for example, because like my channel is like the beloved, like now when people like I rank a bit higher on that word when people are searching for it. So the other thing also is your tag. So if when you use stuff like this, it'll teach you how to do tags better. But when you don't use it, you can also here, you have to utilize your tags. Again, enter as much tags as possible here, but I would recommend you using these free tools because like I was searching just now, I put all the high ranking numbers here. So for example, like this is scoring 25 for me. Like I'm like 25, 27, depending on because I have 2 extensions that are helping me do my scoring, right? Like, so that's my channel name. It's everywhere. So that's why like I'm the 25th person when they like type in stuff like that. But for example, this video is called Everything You Need to Know About Ash Wednesday. It's the 3rd or 4th video when people
Cymone, do we do this for every video?
Yes, you need to do this for every video and also for your channel. There's also a section in the settings where you're supposed to be putting in tags. So channel, yeah. So in your settings, in your channel, you need to have all these tags to be optimized tags, meaning they need to rank high. It needs to be a tag that people actually care about to search for. And then you put it here so that YouTube will understand what your channel is about. And then for each video, you need to have tags so that YouTube will understand, and Google search will also understand what this particular video is about. And the other thing about description,
where is this in studio? Cymone?
So when you click onto your own video, so for example,
customization or?
So for the channel, it's in the settings here,
Okay,
and then channel.
Okay.
Here has all the keywords. So these are the tags for your channel, okay?
Settings, okay. I'm trying to see it on my channel. Channel content.
Yeah, and then the other part is in, so for example, this is all the videos I've uploaded. Look at the details. Or when you're uploading a video, you should have the details that you're supposed to fill in. So you would want to fill in the tags, okay?
Definitely, I haven't done any of that stuff, so
yes,
I gotta.
Tags will do remarkable, okay? When we get back out there, I'll show you again. Like
the thing is, Cymone, that the same with Chris. How are we going to do this every Sunday? If it is a general information that you need to put it once, that is okay. But then it requires time if you're going to do this every time when you upload a video.
Okay, so there's two things. One thing is that I know it sounds like a steep learning curve, but per video you need to take probably 30 minutes to an hour to do this. So there's a few options. One is you learn to do this. 2 is, that's why I was like, your AV guy. or recruit volunteers to do this. 3 is that there are people out there doing this. Like I am actually talking to a Christian YouTuber myself that I'm trying to perhaps employ her services to do this, because when I started getting more other jobs, this totally slowed down for me, because I like you guys, like I didn't have time to do this for myself anymore. So I've been looking around to see if there's Christian YouTubers there that I could pay to do this. And if this was actually something you want to invest in, then perhaps maybe like we could see if like we could get a group discount if we were all to like sign up with the same people together. Because, okay, the other thing I really want to show you, okay, I'm not going to bombard you anymore of how much work the back end of all this is. But what I want to show you is basically, what am I trying to do?
I mean, I think what you're sharing is really good. I mean, when I know like one of the things I'm taking away from this is the tags and, you know, the watermark and the banner. What I was going to say with the tags, it could probably be as simple as copying and pasting from one video to the other, having the, you know, a previous video open that says all the things like Christian church, sermon, you know, all the tags like that, and just literally highlighting those and copying and pasting them into the next sermon for the next week, right?
Yeah, and then and if you're going to do that, then basically there are tools in the back end of YouTube that actually already saves your default.
Yeah.
So that you just make minimal changes to it each time. Yeah. So,
and that's all under the YouTube Studio, right?
Yeah, that's all under YouTube Studio already as itself. Like you don't even have to sign up for free extensions. The other thing I really wanted to show you guys is how do you use your existing stuff from Sundays to actually reach more people. So what I did is here. Okay, so this video.
One of the things you've opened my eyes to is if there's someone, and we don't have that. That's why I do the videos. Like today, I'll be editing the video I pre-recorded yesterday, and that's why time's limited.
Exactly. There are people out there that are willing to do this for you, that you can pay them for. And if your church is willing to use that expense. So for example, right now, the girl I talked to, she was charging me about like, I forgot, was this 580 or 680 USD, but she was going to do my whole channel for me. Like she was going to optimize, like, for example, not just my names and my thumbnails, but like, because even your listings need to be optimized and stuff like that. And she was going to do my video editing for me. She was going to make my thumbnails for me. She was basically, all I had to do is film a crappy video, tell her this is the outline of this, what it has to look like, shove it at her, and she does it for me. And
she was going to charge you $580 a year?
A month. Okay, that sounds like a lot of USD also. That's why I haven't signed up with her, because I don't have that kind of money right now. But that's also why I'm saying like perhaps if like we could get a group rate. But I'm telling you, it's worth it, because I haven't having done it myself. Yeah, it is a full-time job. So I do think like she is quoting me like a decent number of hours. Yeah. But
I was going to say, she's doing it, it's a job, and I understand she needs, you know.
Okay, okay, we have 3 minutes left. Sorry, we were overly ambitious. I thought we were going to be able to cover everyone's websites, but what I'm trying to say is like, okay, right now everyone's YouTube channel that I looked at, and especially like T3C, your channel is actually doing really well. I think it's and you have a lot of viewers already. I'm going to show you your stats. Your stats are actually pretty good. You have like 3.5 thousand views in the last, 3.15 thousand views in the last 30 days, right? So you're doing pretty well. But I do see that with the minority, well, he has like 1,000 subscribers. So that is an event, and he's doing pretty well with the banner and stuff like that. There is an advantage to minority churches because there's less of them out there that's doing this. So they do get an advantage like that. And he's doing all the keywords and stuff like that. So someone at your church is knowing what they're doing, Pastor Debbie. But what I would recommend is likewise, optimize your titles, optimize your back end. And what I want, this is more helpful for you, is that you need to edit your videos to become shorter content.
Can you change the title after uploading it?
Yes, that's what I was showing you just now, is that when you go to the content, and then
I am unable to get where the content is, Cymone.
So
where do I go? Can you tell me? Let me look at it.
Okay, so go to your account here,
okay,
and then press here, and then
press where? Sorry.
Press on your account.
Okay.
And then it should say YouTube Studio.
YouTube. I'm already in YouTube Studio.
Okay. So yes. Content is here.
I can't see that in my.
Did you minimize it?
Content. Okay. Content. Yes.
Content. So then you see a list of all your videos that's ever been posted.
Yes.
So then just press on details.
Where is the details thing?
This pencil looking thing.
Let me see. I'm okay. Where?
Pastor Joseph.
Okay.
Pastor Joseph.
Pastor Jebby.
Yes.
Sorry, Pastor Jebby. This is Chris. I'll be at church on Wednesday. If you would drop by, I can show you the stuff.
Okay. This Wednesday? Coming Wednesday?
Yeah, this coming Wednesday.
Okay. Okay, Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
So something I wanted to show you guys really quickly before we go is that right now you guys have uploaded your whole video. Okay, that's great.
What we are doing is we send a WhatsApp message to all the church members, actually with the channel. And when they actually click the thing, it takes you to the first video that is highlighted. Mm-hmm. This is the one. Do you remember that I was referring, although there are 2 videos, mm-hmm. Every time people come, it shows only the first video. This is the video for those who have not subscribed. Mm-hmm. But even after subscribing, it shows the same video.
I actually went to your channel and I went from non-subscribe. When I'm non-subscriber, this is the video I see. This is the service video. And then
I can show it. Can you give me a share screen, Cymone?
I was looking on my phone because I'm on my iPad.
No, I'm asking Cymone. Can I share what I see?
Yep. All right. Okay, you can share screen now. So what I'm trying to, while he's doing that, what I was trying to say is that right now you have uploaded your whole service. That's great for church goers. Yes. That's not great for YouTube because people, I don't know if you watch YouTube videos, but usually within the first 10 seconds, if I don't care about what you're doing, I'm going to the next video. Okay, so your church service, I'm so sorry. It's boring to me. It's boring. I don't care to watch I'm honestly like, there's better Hillsongs or whatever out there that sings better. So I don't care about your youth band singing. Like that's not appealing to me. So so yes, keep your Sunday service videos so that for your homebound members that are trying to worship online, that they will be able to do that. But what I'm trying to do today is actually talk about how to edit your video so that you can reach more people, so that you can engage them and that they can contribute to being part of your community. And so just a very quick glimpse. Oh, sorry, we're waiting for him to share a video. But I was going to show.
But what you showed me and what I see are 2 different things. That's what I am. Can I share my screen?
Oh, yeah, can you share your screen?
Yeah, this is what I see. So when people come, this is what they would see. Mm-hmm.
think because the reason why you're always seeing the same thing, Pastor Debbie, is because it already recognizes you as a specific type of user, and you're probably the one that's linked to your account. That's why you're
So
always.
this is a very short introductory video.
Mhm.
Just before the Sunday, then it will end like this. And before Sunday, probably on Saturday, this video will be replaced by the Sunday live stream video.
Yeah, you
So
don't
when
need to do
people-
that. You don't need to do that. You can if you want to, but you're making more work for yourself, because that's just advertisement. And that's supposed to be like, usually people can change that every few months, but you're making more work for yourself by changing that every week. And
So how do you, when especially seniors who are not very familiar with YouTube, I mean, what we did was, for a while, we sent the actual link of that Sunday video. So you need to, people will write to me, where's that link? Where's that link? Where's that link? So every time you need to send a fresh link. So instead, now what we do is we upload, we put the video here.
Okay,
We just send the channel address.
If that's what they're used to, then I guess that's what you have to do.
Because automatically it will play. Yeah, I'm reloading. When I reload, it automatically plays.
Yeah. So I guess if that's what your people are used to, then I think that's something maybe you need to see if you can transition them out of, because it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's right down there. It's like in your next upload. So or the other thing you could do is what Milliken Church has done. I think, let me share screen again and show you what Milliken Church, what Milliken Church has done is that they have implanted, I think, into their sermon. So like people just like this is the Milliken Church website, right? And it's already embedded into their thing. So I think people can actually live stream from their website. And it's also like, so you don't have to do it differently, and the viewpoints will count towards your YouTube also. So for this reason, again, that's why like I would not say that do not keep this. Keep your whole service there, but I would say encourage you to also edit your services to so what I was trying to show you was that in this video here, you will see that I did the whole hold on. I did a whole intro where like I started like a normal YouTuber sitting at my desk, like here. And I'm just, I don't know if it's loading. Yeah, I have too many tabs open. That's why it's like taking forever. But
it's so boring. Oh my gosh, I can't really fit it in my day. I don't have the time to. So now you know it doesn't have to be that hard. Our relationship with our Father, with Jesus and the Holy Spirit, is one continuous spiritual awakening. Let's kind of be more proactive and let's get to the best version of ourselves now. Hi, welcome to my channel, Cymone the Beloved. The mission of this channel is to create a safe space for us to journey together as we discover what it means to be the beloved of Jesus Christ. A few weeks ago,
yeah, so basically, I started with like a few like glimpse of like what my sermon is going to be about, the clickbait. So it's like hopefully people will resonate with that part, and then like that, but that bait can't be more than a minute, okay? So and then I transition with my usual YouTube kind of theme song thing, and then I sit here and I talk, and then sorry, I don't want you guys staring at my face. And then I talked for a bit, and then I explained like, you know, I was speaking at somewhere, and then I want you guys to hear what I'm saying. And then I also edit so I only gave them the sermon part, but I also edit it too. So like it's more fast paced than our usual sermons, because sometimes when we're speaking to a congregation, we want to be slower because we want them to like reflect and digest what we're talking about. But when you're on YouTube, they're used to people that talks like very, very fast paced. So I also edited my video like that. And then every now and then with the points in my sermon, I would skip back to me being in my room and actually directing them to be like, so now, like, you know, why don't you guys also take like a few minutes and think about this question, like, so that I'm always engaging with them back and forth to like, I'm not just preaching at them, but I'm giving them the YouTube style that they like. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine, because I don't want to add work to you, okay? But what you need to do is edit your video so that it's just your sermon part. And then the other part that you can do is, so that video ended up being about like 20-ish minutes, 27 minutes. But in that one video, I also chopped up into like, I think 3 or 4 shorter videos, each about 5 minutes each, okay? And then I was able to upload all that again as a separate video on YouTube, and linking each of the videos together. So that was actually why I got more views for this video, was because I was linking all the different parts, like, because you know how your sermon has like various points, but sometimes people don't, even the 27-minute sermon, people don't want to sit through, but they can probably sit through a 5-minute one. So it's just that one point. And then it kind of at the end be like, you know, if you want to learn more about this topic, this is actually a short video, this is just a glimpse of this conversation from a longer video. So come to this longer version of the video. So, and then with my 5-minute video, that's why I kept on going to my TikTok, was that I made TikTok videos that were like 1 minute long that I posted on my social media. I mean, this one really bad because the graphics were really bad. People like big face and big, in your face. I don't know why the kids like in your face. I don't even look at my face like that, but like, they don't really like how blurry and how far away it is. But for example, this is another pastor that not this one. I was going to say these, like, when people think about social media, they think about like, you know, these girls doing like these weird things, and you don't want to do that. And that's why like churches are away from social media, but that you don't have to do that. This is a pastor, right? Like, and then his video, like, they just take his Sunday videos, and then they make little short 1-minute videos on it, and then they put it on Instagram, TikTok, and then they also, like, you know, take the catchphrases and then put it into like a post. They just hop on Canva, do it for takes about 5 minutes, put it into a post, and then they have that. So what I'm saying, you could actually, how you can repurpose, okay, if you can get one thing out of this whole thing, is now you know what SEO is. And second is that you can, if you have people that can help you, you can repurpose your video so that it can also continue to engage your people throughout the week. Is that make the easiest is, if you don't even want to do the like edit the whole thing into a shorter video, then you know which part of your sermon was really good. So maybe make 2 or 3 1-minute videos out of, like, cut 2 to 3 1-minute like snippets from your sermon, and then upload it. And then every Friday or Saturday, make one of these that will kind of get a glimpse of your next week, to be like, you know, this could be a preview of, like, you know, this is, beloved, was the truth that will set you free. So, and then the next page is like, well, this Sunday we're going to be talking about blah, blah, blah. And this is what we're talking about. So be sure to check in, come to church at this time, or follow us on our YouTube channel at this time, and have all that information there. Do that every Friday or Saturday. And then during the week, have 1 or 2 of your sermon cut into a 1-minute video and upload it onto your Facebook and Instagram. Does that sound like less work?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot less work.
Because if you consistently upload to Instagram and TikTok, you will get results. Because what I noticed was, like, when I was looking at Milliken's, because I was the one doing Milliken's Instagram for the longest time. And so this was post from me. This yellow one was from me from like 2 years ago. And this is how much they have done 6 posts since I had left. But when I left, we were staggering at 45 for like 2 years. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that when you do have consistency, if you're continuously doing something online, you will grow. But with social media, you also need to learn how to use hashtags also. That's a whole other really long conversation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Cymone.
I totally went over time. So
Cymone,
yes.
you know, I was using a tool and I actually went back to edit last Sunday's service. Just doing a few little things here and there, like adding a few more tags and doing end screen and do those things. The score went from 12 point something. Right now I get up to 29.8, and it didn't take much. It just changed the description a little bit, add a few more tags that's more relevant than just say Millikan Church. And it does help the score. You actually see the score go up. Yeah. It's make it easy for people to find the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the ones that I do nothing with, I kind of get like staggering at 15 views. Like I do get views because like I have people that regularly look at my channel now. But the ones that I do the back end on YouTube on, they grow so much faster. So I would say even like right now, just start doing it as you can, maybe like every other week. And once you get the momentum going and YouTube knows who you are, I mean, it's obviously it's not recommended that you don't do it, but like I said, the ones I don't do, I do still get people coming because YouTube now knows who I am and kind of has an idea about what my videos are about. And if you really, really, really don't have time to do anything, then allow YouTube to add closed caption for your videos. Because if you speak clear English, even if you don't, I think they're able to pick up your dialect. They can put closed caption for your video, and closed caption will help the SEO to know what your video is about. So even if you do nothing, put on the closed caption so that they will figure out what your video is about.
If you have closed caption and you have music in the video, would that mess it right up?
It may be harder for the AI to detect what you're saying, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And when you want to get really fancy, you can put in your own closed caption, but it's not get there right now.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
There is something I want to ask Cymone. Now, when we use worship songs, I mean, it doesn't happen when we use our own dialect or Tamil songs. When we use English worship songs, not actually when the worship team sing non-popular songs, YouTube always brand it as copyright claim.
Yeah.
Are you using videos that are already up?
No, not the videos. Even the worship team sing a song and the YouTube brand it as there is copyright. I mean, every video that we have posted, whenever there's an English song, there's a copyright claim. Although it is not a striked video, but there's a copyright claim.
Claims are okay. Yeah, ignore those.
It's
yeah,
okay
we have ignored it, but then why is that? Even if you're not reproducing or using somebody else's video, it is our own people singing it.
You cannot sing that. There is copyright to doing that.
So how do you do that?
Okay, so
are we to compose and sing new songs every Sunday?
No.
There should be some way out.
Okay, those claims are okay because those songs are actually written by someone else. And all that is just that if your channel start making money, the money that you quote unquote gain from those videos, a portion of it has to go to those copyright owners. That's what it is. It's not that it's a bad thing for you. It's just that they own the song and you perform it, so you can't benefit from what someone else created.
No, actually, you do kind of need to care a little bit because the YouTube copyright claims, I don't know which one you got, but depending on the scale, you can get blacklisted as a channel.
It is not blacklisting. It is saying the monetization, the money, whatever, if you gain, it will go to the original producer.
Yeah.
That's okay. But then I'm just trying to ask, now, is there any way out?
No.
No.
Huh?
You will, that's why I do suggest maybe for your channel, like if you do want to continue getting money from it, because you have more than 1,000 subscribers, so you are getting monetized right now, to make edit your videos so that you will have 2 versions. At least you will have one version that doesn't have songs in it, and it's just your sermon, and you can have more clicks on that.
Is that the only way out?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, those songs belong to someone else. So it's not a bad thing for you. It's not the copyright strike. Now, copyright strikes are the one that when you actually play include someone else's video in your video, you get a copyright strike. And those are bad things, because after 3 strikes, they will completely shut down your channel. You can't have a channel anymore. Now, including the copyright claim, and if you keep disputing those claims, they can come back and strike you. So you don't want to keep.
So you don't want to dispute? Once I did a dispute of a countdown, or maybe, no. I have that we have these countdowns and short videos before the service where we used it during the lockdown.
Yes.
We have a paid download. Still, the YouTube says it's a copyright claim. I disputed, and then nothing happened. After that, it just was removed. Nobody came back. Nobody contacted me. It's just the copyright claim that the message that appeared that disappeared. But I don't do that with the songs. But that was a legitimate download, paid legitimate download from somebody.
Right.
Still, the YouTube says.
What's possible is that song, the claim was claimed that someone actually doesn't own the song. Okay, so they have no problem removing it from your thing. But what we're talking about is like normal worship song. The copyright owner, usually they jump in. Now, there are a few times I dispute them because what the person claimed are songs that are public domain. They have no right to claim them. So I dispute all those, and all of those I got removed. Like those claims removed because they don't own the song. Those are okay to dispute. But then other songs, the thing is, a lot of praise songs, they're actually owned by like Capitol Music, like big company like Sony. You don't want to dispute them because they actually own the rights. Okay. Now for countdown music, what I did is I actually went to a guy that I learned a lot of the streaming technology from. He actually had a website that he actually did a whole bunch of shorts, and I say, hey, can I use them? He says, sure. Just give me credit. I said, sure. And I actually make them to the 5-minute countdown song. And then I actually, on my description, I credit him for it. I talked to him about he was very happy about it. I was like, yeah, sure, thank you. And so like you need to really there's actually also a Facebook, YouTube group and a Facebook group that's for all the Christian churches with it's called Modern Media Ministry Made Easy. It's a really good group to be part of. They also tell you all these kind of things. And the guy, AJ, he does video to teach a lot of these things too, but not in the same way as Cymone just did. He's more on the technical side. What Cymone did is help us grow the channel. So the copyright thing, it's a pain that every one of us in that group complain about. But it's unfortunately, unless you, like you said, you compose your own video, own songs, and play those songs, you will keep getting that. But it's not the end of the world thing.
So the YouTube actually read the music. Is that what it does?
It have algorithms, so computer analyze the audio signal and match it to stuff that they already know.
Oh.
Yeah. So then they say, hey, that song looks just like this one, and they'll match it, and then they will alert the company, and they will put a copyright notice on it. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Pastor Javi. So I know we're way over time, and some of us have to go. So just really want you guys to know, okay, don't overwhelm yourself by thinking, okay, now I have to do all this and it's all on you. Actually, what I want you to get out of this is to let you know that this is a real outreach ministry. People might not think about it as an outreach ministry, but it has great potential because, like I said, And the amount of time I spent on it, I've been reaching thousands of people. And now like I have regularly meeting one-on-one with like more than 10 women a week that I've never met before. Okay. They're reaching out to me because they see my stuff online. Okay. And I have my own online prayer group now. Like I'm building my own online church. Okay. And this is like within less than half a year of, I started learning half a year ago. Okay. So what if your church wants to actually invest money, and not you doing it because you're the senior pastor, you shouldn't have to do this, but investing in someone in your ministry to do this for you? Because like I said, I used to be, when I was pastoring, it took years for people to willing to sit with me one-on-one every week. But now I have 10 women, like different women, like reaching out to me. And I have women that I'm actually meeting every week or every other week, keep discipling them as a result of doing this for less than half a year. Okay. So it's definitely.
I don't think like I was going to comment here just to say that it is a learning curve for a lot of people. There's the church really needs to change its attitude. Generally speaking, I mean, for us, board members were suggesting now that we were able to meet in person, we should shut down the YouTube channel. And I know why they were doing that was because I'm doing that work. And that work is, you know, by recording and editing and all that is taking up a good chunk of a day, you know, which I could be doing something else. And we just don't have anyone else in the church knowledgeable or willing to do that kind of stuff. So for me, I'm taking what I can that I can do short term, and I'm praying that someone will step forward also to jump in and help us financially. We're not going to be able to. I won't be able to sell it to our board to get people to do this kind of stuff, because most of our board members see our ministry as the local community, and so I think it's going to change, just like as the pandemic had forced the church to look beyond its doors. I think over time it's going to happen. It's just like with everything with church, it seems to be a slow process to get people on board.
Pastor Chris, I can let you know something. We've been locked down for like pretty much more than a year, and then when we get back together, we actually have two families that was like nobody at our church. They knew nobody in our church, and all there was like they found us on YouTube. And then they just, hey, they're opening up, so they showed up.
We're experiencing that too. Before, I live in a tiny little community, and I mean, I was joking about when we were together with Pastor Eric. I jog, and if I just want to stretch my legs, I run from one end of town to the other, and that's just 5 kilometers. That's the entire town. So before the pandemic, we did not have a YouTube channel. We had audio recordings of our sermons, but not videos. And we would get a visitor maybe once a month. And now there's only been 1 week since we've been meeting together that we haven't had a visitor, and it's all coming from our online content. People are checking us out on Facebook, people are checking us out on YouTube, and they're coming to the church in person. So yeah, I see the potential of this. It's I'm all for this. It's to try and get the church in general, the people in general, to be on board.
We have the same issue. I think I shared with you. Probably, I think the leaders seem to feel we need to shut down the social media in order for people to come back to in-person service. So it's a struggle. Either we may have to lose some of the traditional church members who would like to sit on the bed and watch the Sunday service. And then we also have connections, new connections from unknown areas, maybe even outside Canada. People connect regularly and be part of the worship. So the church will have to probably struggle at this point, and then yes.
I would love to see someone like Cymone be on the district level, guiding churches and helping in that area. Just, you know, we're all doing it as individuals, but it would be great for our district to invest in that. You know, for example, you know, the apps that that being suggested, I'm sure on a district level could be subscribing to it and giving us access, you know, to that.
At the end of the day, Chris, it's dollars. YouTube doesn't bring money.
Yeah.
And in-person people bring money.
No, okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It can bring in money.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I have been able to replace my salary right now. In the last month, I have replaced my pastoral salary by doing things online.
That's awesome.
Okay, like
I do have to go though, so
well, it can bring in money. You just need to do it.
Right.
And
Thank
can
you.
you share before you finish? You know,
Okay.
that there are two links that you shared. Can you share that with us? One is that VidIQ or whatever, VidIQ.
Yeah, I'll share with you the apps that.
And the other one you shared is the
Buddy.
The word, whatever the
word search ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will share those with you.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
Hey, Isa. I wish how's Chris like that in here?
Right.
Like, wait a minute, my face is on there.